All right, everyone, welcome back. This is Tech Talk with Dan Harley, Tech Talk episode number 91. Why do scammers scam? Recorded on May 11th, 2017. Yeah, once again, I'm being a little bit behind on my posting my episodes, and I just plain been really busy. So, I got some exciting new projects I'm working on, and they're almost done. And we'll let everybody know as soon as they get wrapped up here, and see my new adventures going on. Also, I've been getting several calls from friends who know friends or have friends or relatives that have been scammed by internet stuff or computer stuff or other stuff. And they want to know how to stop this stuff. And interesting enough, I listened to a vlog recently, as a YouTube episode on somebody who admitted to be an Indian tech support scammer. And a very interesting call, and I want to share that with you because it kind of aligns with what we're going to talk about today. So anyway, a little recap to episode number 90, how to stop getting your profile spoofed on Facebook. I think that information on the episode really got to use be used really quick, pretty much right away. I know some of my friends out there no longer getting scammed, or at least they know how to take care of it, or spoofed, I mean. So appreciate you folks listening out there, and heed my warning, heed my words, and some of my little bit of advice to make your life a little bit easier online. So anyway, if you are having an issue with somebody trying to impersonate you online, or there's another you online, or essentially what's called spoofing, then you want to check out episode number 90. All right. So anyway, before we get into today's topic, let's get into some announcements, and then we'll get back to the details of the show here. Once again, thanks for you folks listening and watching. I really appreciate it. This is why I keep on doing these episodes and keep the show going, because of you folks out there. You guys have any problems and everything here, I'm here to try to help you. So, and I appreciate you kind of go back to this, reciprocate here and do me a few favors here. First of all, if you're listening on iTunes or an Android podcast directory, please rate my show, submit a review. Really appreciate that, because that helps build my audience in those platforms. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, leave some questions, leave some kudos. Appreciate you doing that there. If you need to find me somehow, some way, because I'm kind of everywhere, a very simple place to do it is go to primeconcepts.net. That's primeconcepts.net. And that's the website for my primary business. And we got links to all kinds of stuff, to the podcast shows. Also, lots of free stuff on there, free tutorials on business, internet-related topics. And my favorite topic is almost free ways to advertise your business online. By the way, we're going to be redoing that line of tutorials here pretty soon. Got some new information coming up. It's going to be free too, so go ahead and sign up for the current tutorial, and you'll get updated when the new stuff comes along. Okay? So anyway, either way, pass the word. Share this episode. Tell others about the podcast show and the YouTube channel. Greatly appreciate it. Quick legal disclaimer. Products mentioned in this and other episodes of Tech Talk with Dan Harley could be paid as affiliate commission, promotion commission, or the liking by the producer or service provider. In other words, I just might try to sell you something. And, well, since I'm going to try to sell you something, let me try to sell you something here. I want to make sure you take advantage of the deal I made with my sponsor, Carbonite. If you have a computer and haven't done a backup a long time, you risk losing everything on your computer really quick. And trust me, it's happened to me a few times. All right. Your accounting files, your personal documents, family pictures, and other important files can be lost forever in an instant. And it's happened to me. And probably the difference between me and somebody else here, I'm technically inclined enough to kind of put up a pretty elaborate backup system. But you know what? If I doing it over again, I'd just look at Carbonite, because Carbonite is something that you folks out there that are not technically savvy, have not backed up your computers, really need to do this. All right, Carbonite is a cloud-based backup service. It's renowned to be very easy to use. Meaning, like 2 steps, you have your computer starting to back up and everything backed up on your everything. No technical skills needed. It's very easy to use, very easy to maintain. Backs up everything on your computer automatically. And if you are concerned about your data being hacked or anything, you'll be rest assured that certain versions of Carbonite has high quality encryption, where your files and data will be very well protected and secured. If you have HIPAA compliance issues or legal issues, this is what you want to look at. High encryption, your files and data are backed up very securely. No worries, no hassles, and very affordable. Through our special deal with Carbonite, you can get Carbonite for less than 20 cents. Actually, you can do it free for a few weeks here. So, but actually, for paying for it is less than 20 cents a day. So it's very, very affordable insurance and for your computer. So we partnered with Carbonite to offer a special deal. If you you can try Carbonite for free at the link at primeconcepts.net/link/Carbonite. That's primeconcepts.net/link/Carbonite. Now, you'll find this link on primeconcepts.net, as well as other links to other special services we have out there. So, anyway, also, if you have a problem with your business, let's say you're spending too much money on a website or internet advertising, and it's not getting anywhere, or if you want to know how to get your business online and don't know how to understand how, what we can do is very simply call us and schedule a free consultation. And many business owners have done that in the past. Countless, I can't remember how many. It's been so many. And really, we steer in the right direction at the least, and again, they aim towards success. That's the whole pretense behind the business. Our success is to use your online success. So anyway, you can schedule that free appointment at 760-247-4814. That's 760-247-4814. Or find more information at primeconcepts.net. All right, to the topic of the day is episode number 91. Why do scammers scam? Well, let me tell you a little story about this YouTube show I seen where this former Indian tech support scammer basically comes clean about that whole industry. He told about how he got the job, how he got extorted to stay in the job, and how he scammed the scamming company to get out of the job. So, anyway, it's almost too bad to be true. It's pretty interesting stuff. So anyway, how this guy got into this business, into that job, is he sent a resume to an agency, a job agency. Didn't think much about it. He got a call for a job, and when he went to the interview, the folks that had collected his legal ID, they collected documents from him, information about his family and friends, and forced him to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And all of a sudden, he's put in this call center right away, and he was just kind of shocked. And all of a sudden, they were trading him. Says, "This is what you're going to do. And you're going to call these folks here and pretend you're Microsoft, tech support, and scam them out of money." They had these scripts set up and all this stuff, and what you're supposed to do. And it was pretty scary. I mean, at one moment he was just looking for a job, another moment all of a sudden he's in the belly of the beast. So what's more interesting is he couldn't quit because this company collected all his personal ID and information. So they essentially extorted him, and so he was forced to work in here. And he also forced to make quotas. He had to make at least $100 a day in scamming people. And which is crazy. And sometimes the company make his entire shift match a certain quota, or somebody didn't get home. So he also mentioned that they had this. The interviewer went into how they do this. So he was put in front of this computer dialing system and make calls like every 12 seconds over a 10-hour shift. So he's calling really hundreds of people or thousands of people during that 10-hour shift. Now, during that time, he usually gets between 10 to 12 or 15 suckers per day to fall for this scam. And usually it's elderly people or kids that fall for this scam. And he also mentioned how these companies just make bank. The company he was working with said they made over $300,000 a month off of scamming, off the tech support scamming thing. And he himself didn't want to do the job. He wanted to get out of it. But he noticed there's lots of folks in there that justified being in that position. They get paid pretty well, actually. So it said many of those fake tech support scammers, finally justify the job by saying, hey, stick it to the Americans, whatever. It's them against us, and that's what their attitude is. And even those scammers could be making pretty lucrative money, making maybe $1,000 a month themselves. So it's extremely lucrative. Now, how he got out was he essentially convinced him to fire him. And first of all, you should know that these businesses, even India, is illegal. But it's very hard to enforce because these people are in sweatshops and areas that they don't turn people in. They're more concerned about other bad crimes other than people scamming people in America. So he claimed he accidentally gave too much information to a cop. And subsequently, he gave the address of the company and a bunch of stuff and got their managers nervous to the point they fired him. And so hasn't lived, as of that recording, he hasn't worked with them for at least 6 months. And he really doesn't miss it one bit at all. So anyway, so I'm going to put a link to that show on the show notes in here. So for you folks want to refer to it, it's from Malcolm Merlin, and we'll talk about that a little bit later here too. So anyway, the problem with the scammers is it's unfortunately a very lucrative business. Unfortunately, these scammers are stealing money from innocent people, and many lose hundreds of dollars and demoralized from all this. And on top of that, those of you got scammed, very likely your computers are worse off than before you got scammed. Okay, you can have a keylogger installed, remote monitoring, all kinds of stuff installed, where it makes your computer very vulnerable for hacking and all that stuff. And the people gain access to your private information, such as your banking information. So it's not just losing your money; it's losing essentially your entire life. So it's a very serious problem. But the solution is very simple. Actually, is when you hear a scammer call, you just simply hang up. And then you're on your way. In fact, most people do that. They don't fall for the scam. But usually what happens, these people fall for are the older people, kids that fall for this. And as I mentioned before in this gentleman's story, it just takes a handful of these people out of, let's say, hundreds a day to justify their living. So anyway, another solution to solve this problem is like hang up the phone when we hear from them. Another thing you do is do what's called scam baiting, where with me, I used to do telemarketing a long time ago when I was in college. One thing that to do is just tie up the person on the phone. Just talk, whatever, and be honest with kind of keep dragging them along as long as you can until they give up on you. Could be 5, 10, 20 minutes. However long time you spend with that person on the phone is time taken away from them calling somebody else. Mind you, remember, they have a phone system that calls somebody every 12 seconds. So for as many of those 12-second segments as you can possibly stall them, saves other people from getting called. So that's another way of doing it, if you have the time to do it. Now, a big problem is, usually it's not somebody that's somewhat articulate with computers, whatever. It's somebody that we know that's not articulate computers and whatever that gets scammed. So what if you have friends or relatives that get scammed? How do you convince these folks, hey, you got to stop falling for this stuff? Well, I think I have a simple solution. Is you should watch YouTube videos on scammer baiting. Okay, there's several folks out there that are really good, articulate with scamming and the scammers, for lack of a better term, scammer baiting. All right, basically they pick on the scammers, and the two big folks out there that are doing this, a guy named his handle's Malcolm Merlin, MALCOLM MERLYN, and also the Hoax Hotel. They have two variations. Malcolm Merlin usually picks on the Microsoft scammer folks, and Hoax Hotel picks on the folks that are claiming to be FBI or CIA or IRS, whatever, trying to along those lines. So pretty funny when you watch what they do, and they just viciously attack these scammers. And I'm sure those folks who are on the fence or don't understand the technology or don't understand what scamming does, when they see a couple of these episodes from these folks they're certainly going to understand what's all about. These folks here, they open up these scammers like a fish getting gutted. So, and there would be no doubt at the end of these episodes that those folks who were vulnerable before will not be vulnerable later. So, anyway, a little offer here: if you have a friend or you that have been scammed, issues getting scammed, and you have some problems, you need to solve that, give me a call. We'll figure something out. Maybe I'll make an episode of your problem sometime in the future. So anyway, you can contact me or us at primeconstants.net. Send an email to info@primeconstants.net, or call us at 760-247-4814. All right, I think that's going to be it for this episode. So I'm looking for, and my apologies for being so late in these episodes. It's now Thursday. I usually kick them out on Tuesday, but I'm going to do my best I can to get back on track. By the way, you're getting close to my 100th episode too, so I am planning to do something pretty pretty special for that episode. I'm not quite sure yet, so we got 9 more to go, 8 more to go after this, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, you folks, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. So that's it for this episode. Good luck and Godspeed to your online success.